Hi everyone, it's me Indra. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I am going to do a QBasic program to convert the binary number to equivalent octal number. This is our today's topic. We are going to convert the binary number to octal number. Here I will use the concept of SOP procedure, that is SOP in SOP method, to do this problem. Please watch this video till the end. While converting the binary number into equivalent octal number, we have to first convert the binary number into the decimal number. Let's first convert the binary number into the decimal number, then the decimal number will be converted into the octal number. Okay, first of all let me declare the SOP procedure. So for declaring the SOP procedure we have to use the declare SOP and the procedure name. Let me just give the name B binary to octal, and here I will do the program without passing any parameters, so blank in the here. Okay, this is the first step and it's the enter. Just declaring the SOP procedure which is named by B to O, binary to octal. Okay, and let's clear the screen, CLS, and call statement, call B to O. B to O means binary to octal, and in the main module. This is the main module. We just here from the declare to int. This is the main module. Okay, and let's make the sub module here. For sub module we have to just do sub and the sub procedure name B2O, and here are the no parameters and in sub. Okay, here in between this sub in sub we will write the block of the codes, and the codes from sub to in sub is just called as the sub module, and from declare to int main module. Similarly from sub to in sub module. Okay, let me just show you just by highlighting here this. Okay, let me just clear this. This part from line number 2 to line number 5, this is main module. Okay, this is main module. This is main module from declare to int, and the remaining part, this part is the sub module. Okay, and let's go ahead, and in the sub module we will do the block of the codes. First of all we have to convert from binary to decimal. Okay, let's take the input from the user input, enter any binary numbers, and let's store that binary number into as a string. Okay, we will store first the binary number as a string in the $, because we are very familiar with the so many string library functions. So we just store that binary number into the string variable $, and here we just enter the number, and let's extract that all the bits. Okay, extract all the bits of binary number. For extracting all the bits we have to use the looping concept. For I equals to length of that string $, and next I. Okay, for I equals to 1, okay, to length of that string. Alien means just the length of that binary numbers, length of that string which is stored in the variable string variable $. Okay, and let's extract it the each bits first. we are just going to extract each bits of that binary number. E dollar is equals to me dollar. We'll extract each the bits of B dollar, and I begins from 1 to length. Okay, so I here and 1. When the value of the I is 1, then E dollar, okay, this E dollar will extract the first bit of that binary number, B dollar 1 1. That means the first bit will be extracted, and let's do the some calculation for the first bit. Let me show you one mathematical calculations for how to convert the binary number into the decimal number first. Let me show you one picture. Okay, here you can see one picture. Let me just annotate this, and here this is the first bit. Okay, this is the first bit of that binary number, and for the first bit, this bit 1, we have to multiply it with 2. Okay, 2 to the power, here the power is 3, this power 3. Okay, this power 3, that means 1 less, this 3 is 1 less the total number of the bits. Here the total number of the bits is 1 2 3 4, total 4 bit. So this is 3, 4 minus 1 3. And similarly for the next bit, okay, for the next bit we have to just multiply this bit with 2 to the power 2 less than the total number of the bits. Here the total number of the bits is 4, 1 2 3 4. So in this place we have to just subtract the total length by 2. 4 minus 2 will give 2. And similarly in this case 4 minus 3, because this is 3 position bit, 4 minus 3 will give 1. Okay, just we have to multiply each bit by 2 to the power 1 less than the position of that bits. Okay, and let's do the same calculations in the QBasic. Just moving to the QBasic. Okay, just a moment. Okay, let's go here, and we have to convert first into the binary, decimal number. D equals to, and the bit, here each bit is stored in the string variable. So first of all we have to convert that string data into the numeric data by BAL function. BAL will convert the string number into the equivalent number. Okay, BAL of E dollar this will be the equivalent numeric data of the string data, and we have to multiply this data by 2 to the power length of that string, which is len B dollar, minus in the first bit, for the first bit we have to minus 1, for the second bit we have to minus 2, and so on. So 1 2 3 requires. So from I we can put the value of 1 2 3 from the variable I. So here we can write I, and we have to just collect that result. So plus D again. This will give, D will give the decimal equivalent of that binary number. Let me show you just by print D. Okay, and let's check our program till now is correct or not, and let's run this program from just pressing run and start. Okay, this program will first convert the binary number into the decimal number, then we will convert that decimal number into the corresponding octal number. Here the input is required binary number, let it 1010. The binary 1010 is equivalent to decimal 10. The result should be 10. Okay, now our program is correct. Up to these steps program is correct. Our target is not just print the decimal equivalent. We are just going to convert that number into the octal equivalent. So for the decimal number we have to just divide by 8 to convert the octal number, and let's move ahead. and so removing this print, and okay, our decimal equivalent of that binary number is stored in D, and for D we have to process it to give the octal number. Okay, let's do the processing for D to get the equivalent octal number. D means the decimal equivalent. Okay, and let's use the while when loop. While we are just going to do for processing this decimal number D, and let me first show you one way of converting the decimal number into the octal number. Let me show you one image. Okay, let's have a look on this image. Let me zoom in, and in this image we can see that here for converting their decimal number, this is the decimal number, into the octal number, we have to first divide by 8, and we have to collect the remainders. Here the remainders are collected. Okay, first of all we have to divide by 8 for that number, and this is the quotient. While dividing, remainder will be written here and the quotient is here, and for that quotient again we have to divide by the 8, and the process repeats until we get the remainder 0. So making the while loop until the result will be 0. Okay, let's do the looping concept here, and let's move to the programming part. Okay, and here just let's process for the D. While, let me just use the while when loop. While D not equals to 0, we are just going to process, we are just going to divide that number, that decimal number D, by 8 until the remainder 0. Okay, and while when, and let's write the block of the codes here inside while and when. And first of all we have to find out the remainder while dividing the D by the octal number 8. So let's put the remainder R is equals to here, R is equals to D, and the remainder will be given by the mode function D mod 8. This will give the remainder when we divide their decimal number by the number 8. This will give the remainder. Okay, and for getting the remainder we have to just do the modular division, and after getting the remainder we have to get the quotient also, and let's find out the quotient also. The quotient for the D, and the D will become okay, D integer division of 8. If we do this integer division, let me just zoom it. If we do this integer division by 8, then this will be written only the integer part, and the remainder part will be stored here in the R, and the integer part, that is just quotient will be stored here in the D, and the D will be again processed. Okay, here the while when loop, this D will go here and further processing will be done here. Okay, and let's collect the remainder. Our target is to collect the remainder, so here let's collect the remainder in the systematic way. Okay, in the order format. In order format, let me just show you once again their picture. We have to collect that remainders from bottom to top. So this first remainder will become the last. Okay, the first remainder will become the last, and let's use the string functions to collect that remainders. Let me just collect here finally octal number O dollar. I will store that octal remainders in O dollar is equals to, and this R is in the numeric data. So let's convert this numeric data into the string data just by str dollar, and plus we have to do the plus here for that result O dollar, because we are just going to collect that remainders in the format of string. Okay, in the format of string, and our target is completed. Now just to print the octal result. And here let me just print the octal equivalent of our main number is here is stored. Our original number, binary number, is stored in $. So let's use that $, and our $, is now processed or not? Okay, not processed. So we can use the $, here, small $, and let's connect this. Okay, $, of $, and let's is, and give the equals to, and our final result is stored in O octal dollar. Okay, this will be the final print result. And let me just print this final result in the different color 12. Okay, and this is the way of converting the binary number into the octal number. First we convert that binary number into the decimal number, and then decimal into the octal number, and finally we store the octal results in $. So we print here. Okay, this is the way of doing the program. Let me just run this program, is correct or not. Okay, here the input is enter any binary number. Let me just hit some binary number, and I have the table. Let me just check our answer is correct or not. We will enter the 11111 for the octal 7. If we enter 111, the result will be 7. Let me just check here. Our result is correct or not. Okay, let me just check here. Just showing here. Okay, 111, and hit the enter. Okay, here the octal equivalent of 111 is how much? 7. This is the correct result. Okay, let me just do once again. Go to the program and let me run once again, F5, and let's check for the another result, 110 for 6. Okay, let me just check here, 110, and if this program is correct, then the result will give 6. Okay, here the answer is correct. So by this method we can easily convert the binary number into equivalent octal number. Here we used the concept of modular programming, basically sub in sub method, that is the sub procedure method, to do this program. In our next video we will meet. Thank you all of you for watching this video.